Comic Book Savant, Spotlight. Welcome back to the Comic Book Savant. I'm your host, James Harris. This episode, we're going to be doing a Spotlight episode. Normally in these Spotlight episodes, I would normally showcase a talent in the comic book industry, be it a writer, artist. This episode, I'm doing something different, and I want to spotlight a comic book publisher. This is a publisher that I had a chance to work with last year, and they sent me a bunch of stuff that I then packaged up at the giveaway I did at Christmas time. So a lot of you got the physical copies of the books they sent me, and you guys really enjoyed them. And I think they're really innovative, and I want to do more of this where I spotlight not just talent, in the front lines, I guess, as far as artists and writers, but even these up and coming studios. And this is a studio that I think that's on the rise. And the studio I'm talking about is TKO Studios. They've really been making a bunch of moves. So this episode is dedicated to giving you some feedback and putting them kind of on your radar if they're not already. But they really have been aggressive in marketing their books, and they have a lot of top end talent that are associated and affiliated with this independent studio. Just to give you a quick breakdown of the studio, they were established in 2018 just by a group of professionals with decades of experience in publishing, film and TV production, business management, and computer science. Their goal is to provide top quality genre entertainment through prose and comic book publishing, film, and television. So they're hitting on all fronts, which is another thing that I like as well. The company is co-founded by Salvatore Simeon and I hope I pronounced this correctly, Tze Chung. He's done work on Gotham, and he's working on the upcoming animated show. I think it's going to be for HBO Max, Gremlin Secrets of the Mogwai, and is made up of professionals with decades of experience, like I stated earlier. In their first full year of operations, TKO has been nominated Publisher of the Year by Tripwire magazine and ranked on Shopify's top 1% of e-commerce companies. And a lot of their founders and collaborators have received national book awards, Emmys, Eisner Awards, and Guggenheim Fellowships. They are currently one of the fastest growing publishers and producers of IP in the world. And since they launched, they've been nominated for an Eisner and a Publisher of the Year award by Tripwire, like I stated, and just has some of the biggest and buzzworthy names in the industry. They are definitely, like I said, becoming one of the fastest growing publishers. And I'm even, even from the time we first collaborated, which was, I don't know, last year was so crazy. Middle part of the year, I guess was around the summertime, to now, I'm even seeing them more. Like it was just a sale for some of their books on Comixology that was spotlighted on their sales page. When I first heard from them, I couldn't find their books on Comixology. So they're definitely, and I think even on Hoopla Digital, I just saw their books added as well. So they're spreading across all the platforms digitally and physically. They need to grow their brand, and some of these projects, like the Gremlins project, is coming out later this year. So it's just outstanding in such a short time how they're becoming a name in the business. Some of the creators they have that have projects with them is Garth Ennis, Jeff Lemire, Sal Simone, Tin Chung, Joshua Drysart, I hope I pronounce it correctly, Steve Empting, Ming Doyle, Jody Belair, Jared K. Fletcher, and then some of the books they have out. And most of these I gave away, and they have some new books that have launched too. I'm going to try to get a lot of these books in so I can actually do reviews, because the thing is, on the books that I did the giveaways for to you guys, I literally just opened the box. I checked the stuff out. We know I don't do physical comics like that. I didn't want to ruin them and mess them up. I looked at the presentation, and I will say this about the way they present their books. They are definitely high-end productions, and they present their comics in a different way. If it was a 6-issue mini series, they did it in like an oversized format and a slip case. It was just very oversized hardcovers. It did so, each book was done differently. It was high quality for what it was. It wasn't just a standard, here's 6 floppies, here's a oversized hardcover. It was just presented in many different styles. I don't know how they came up with the different styles, but they felt worthwhile. Like, if I collected physical books, I would have definitely like kept those for my collection. I don't, so I wanted to pass them along to you guys, and everyone that received them really enjoyed them. So the books they have so far, they have The Banks, Sentient, Pound for Pound, Eve of Extinction, Sarah, The Seven Deadly Sins, Goodnight Paradise, the Fearsome Dr. Fang, as well. I apologize if you hear any noise in the background. This is the not so fun part about living in an apartment trying to record a podcast. You never know what's going to go on outside your door or outside your window. It sucks, but hopefully we're just going to roll with it. And but those are the first wave of books. Like I said, I do know some other books have released since or more recently. I'll make an amendment, in a future episode where I'll spotlight them. But you can find their website at TK Studios, tkstudios.com. And they also, if you want to purchase any of their comics in the physical form, you can do that at tkopresents.com. I'm looking to, like I said, to do more with them in the future. I just wanted to do a spotlight on the studio as a whole, and just really, we all as comic book fans, we know Marvel, we know, DC, but it's other publishers out there that are producing quality content. They might not do the volume that these other, these other companies do, because, again, Warner Brothers Studio owns DC. Disney owns Marvel. They have that power and that marketing, budget to push behind that. They flood the market with content. Not all of it is good, so sometimes they can get the market share of attention, but it's other publishers that are coming up. We've seen the leaps and bounds that Image has made over the past decade. We've seen Valiant in the past half decade or so, come back, and they're producing good comics. We have Dark Horse, Devil's Due. It's a lot of other smaller publishers that need our time and attention, and that's why I want to start, showcasing some of these publishers in these spotlight episodes, as well as talent, because I think they need our attention and they need our help. Again, it's so many other publishers out there that need our time and attention. So in hopes with episodes like this that I help put them on your radar, and I'm going to reach out and try to collaborate more, so then I can, even if you're kind of scared to put your money down to try it, then that's okay. I'll talk to them and I'll reach out to them and I'll say my audience is, starved for more than the mainstream, and I will try to continue to do what I did in the past and what I've always done. When anytime someone reaches out to me, I read books digitally. If they send me a code, I'll review it and I'll talk about it. But if they send me something physical, I'm going to tell them up front, hey, I'm going to give this to my community in hopes that they, see the validity in your product that I see, and grow it organically through that. So again, I'm going to look to collaborate with more studios like TKO. And again, I'm looking to do further with them in the future as well. So it might be some more giveaways. And I have a discount code set up with them too, as well. I don't even know what I did with it. I'll post it in the group. I had it at one point. I think it's already, I posted it a while ago in the group, but I will repost it with this episode. So once you hear this, if you want to try out some of their stuff, I think it was a 20%, 15 or 20% discount code. That's still valid. Definitely use that. If you want to try out more of their books, but they have impeccable presentation. I definitely must say, like, I was blown away how creative it was, and it's something I haven't seen, before, especially even in presentation of, just regular standard comic issues, but how they were presented. They weren't just bagged and boarded. They were in these, not super high end, but just inventive, just in a cardboard slip case, but it met the design of the book and the aesthetic of the book. So even the packaging itself told like a little bit of a story. And like I said, it was just very creative, and I think that's smart because it makes their books stand out that much more when you see them and or you get them. So definitely it's worth checking out. But that's all I really have for you guys in this episode. Like I said, I hope I pitched you well. Definitely, like I said, you can find their books now on Comixology. Check out their website, their TKOstudios.com, and their retail site, which is TKOpresents.com. Also, if you check out my Instagram, Instagram.com/comic book savant, if you go through my previous post, you'll see the different books. I did a layout when I first did a box opening. I did that just to kind of show you what the books look like. So you can kind of see how dope the presentation is on that. And like I said, hopefully it's more to come with them in the future. But again, that's all I have for you guys for this episode. As always, you can follow me at my website, comicbooksavant.com, on Twitter and Instagram at Comic Book Savant, and also on Facebook, facebook.com/Comic Book Savant, all one word. Also, too, you can check out the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Comic Book Savant, all one word as well. But that's all I have for you guys for this episode. As always, you guys stay safe out there. Take care. And until next time, be safe. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.